Okay, so this is our new camper. It's a 2022 Mercedes 19-foot four-wheel drive Sprinter. It's got big light in the back, big light in the front. It's got air conditioning. It's got 600 watts of solar, and it's got 600 amp hours of batteries. It also has what is called a DC to DC charger. So right now the engine's running and the sun is pretty strong, a little cloudy, but pretty strong. And we're getting 850 watts put into our batteries right now, so everything's charging up. Then we have a 10-foot awning up on top that is a manual one. It rolls out. The van came with nothing in it. I put in all the windows, the roof rack, everything that you see. And it was a tough task cutting out the windows, afraid I was going to make a mistake. And this is the inside. And I chose to use a Craftsman cabinet as a kitchen sink base because there's so many drawers in it. And surprisingly, it's nice and quiet. I was afraid it was going to be noisy. This is, well, you'll see when we get inside, but this is a little tower. It adds counter space, and it also hides the refrigerator that's underneath. And it's a refrigerator freezer combination. They open up from the inside. So we have a latch on them to catch, so that when you're in motion, it won't. It's empty. When you're in motion, it won't go sliding in front of you. The seats in the cockpit, they swivel 180 degrees, and there's a curtain that goes in a track, and it goes all along the window around back the other side for privacy. And I also put in the shelf, and it holds a lot of stuff. Right now, it's nothing. We're not packed for moving on the road. Looking back on the vehicle, this is that tower I was talking about. And, countertop here, we got under counter lighting, we got a bunch of ceiling lighting. All these cabinets provide quite a bit of space. And we're, again, not ready to move on the road, but July 5th we're on our first trip, and it'll be for 45 days. So this is the back unit. It's basically a wardrobe closet. We have a TV there, and if you open it up, we have a kitchen table stored in there. And that kitchen table has a tongue on it on top, and that tongue goes into the slot. And we're able to sit down on the beds and use it as a dining room table. And we have some shelves back here that everything fits on. Down here, you can't really see it. I'll turn a light on, maybe that might help, but I doubt it. So this is the water side. It's also Patty's bed. And there's switches and fuel gauges, water gauges. And in the back, we have all the showering equipment that you'll see when we open up the back door there. There's a 6-gallon hot water heater, and there's low voltage pumps. And this is all storage for camping chairs and some other things. Over here is the electric side. That's where I sleep. And this is the top of the refrigerator because we have that slide out unit that I built. And there's a 4,000 watt inverter, and that powers all the air conditioning and everything. And here are the batteries back here. The batteries are 200 amp hours a piece. There's 3 of them. And you can see all the shut-offs and the shunts and the, I don't know if I can make this, oh, I can make it bigger. All right. Those are bus bars that all the neutrals and the negatives are hooked up to. Main shut-off switch back there. And this is all the solar in here, the controllers. There's 2 solar controllers. There's a whole bunch of fuses for the DC to DC charging. There's a panel here, and this panel is in the electrical panel. It's AC and DC. And I have one fuse out for a diesel heater that I'm not running, so I wanted to take the power off of that. This is a fan thermostat, and there's a little monitor here, and if you hold it and squeeze it, you can see that it brings the temperature up, and then the fan turns on to cool the controller here. So I don't know if you heard it, but it just clicked. So I'll put these seats down, beds, and so this is mine, and I have a cubby hole here. Let me change the view on this. I have a cubby hole here with my CPAP machine in there. I found a 12-volt adapter that I was able to do. And there's another view of the cabinet. So this is the sink base, like I said, and it's pretty compact, and we didn't even lose a drawer space. I had to partition it off, and but it's working pretty well. All the switches and the I put in night lights and things like that in here. And then this is Patty's bed, and I'm going to close that down. And need some fitted sheets in here. This is the toilet in here. I guess you can see it. And it opens up and catches there. And then you want to use it, you pull it out, do your business. It's got a flush system in it. And it's called a cassette toilet. So you open up the back door, which I'll show you later. And you can empty the toilet into a facility. And it has a little rail with it, slides on, and just a magnetic catch. And here's a microwave. And let's see, what else do we have in here? I think that's it. I mean, this thing took a long time to build. Let me open up this. And that's pretty cool because it saves some space. And it's got lights in it. This could be either a freezer or a refrigerator or just storage. You could make both of them freezers or single freezers. All right, we're gonna go out. Patty's in the house actually right now making a screen for the front here. We drew it out this morning and she's cutting the pattern out. So in the back here, okay, we got, it's a really tall van. It's 10'6", I believe. And these are the back doors, obviously. And back here, this is the water fill system, and I put another meter here so that I could see when it's filled up. This is a hot water heater drain. I'm always afraid that if the hot water ever gets up to too much of a temperature, it'll blow out. I want it to blow out in the back of the vehicle. And this is my fill. This cap comes off, and that's where I fill it from. This is the outside shower. There's a curtain that goes across the back doors from one back door to the other back door, and it holds on with some hooks. And probably won't be doing much of that, at least I won't. Over here is the back of the toilet. So when we need to finish our business, or we've done too much business, we take it out and empty it out and just carry it to the toilet. And you could dump it in any standard toilet facility. This is where all the batteries are. And I didn't feel comfortable not having access to the shutoff, the main shutoff of the battery. That's 600 amps. And so I made this hole here. No, I'm only kidding. I made this hole here, and I could shut off the batteries just in case we have some kind of issue. And that's about it. I'm looking forward to our first trip. It's going to start off here in Florida, go up to North Carolina, then to Tennessee, Kentucky, up to Michigan, to the Ford Library, then to Iowa, to the Hoover Library, and then to the Truman Library, and then we're going out to the Badlands and Sturgis and a bunch of national parks up there, Badlands, and it's going to be fun. But it's a diesel. It's not so fuel efficient because it's a heavy vehicle with all the stuff that I put in. But we get between 13 and 16 miles per gallon. So that's it. And anyway, I kept promising everybody a video, and here it is. All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.